Gina, Scott, listen, let's be honest here. If I told you that a quarterback could throw 4 picks in the NFC title game and still come away with the W, you'd laugh me out of here, that's for sure. But that's exactly what Seattle did in order to punch their ticket to Super Bowl 49. And how about take me out to some singing lessons? That's for sure, because you guys were horrible.
We didn't sign up.
In Pittsburgh, they were popping champagne like they won the championship ring as the Penguin fans took to the streets to celebrate their team's Stanley Cup victory.
Let's talk about the Super Bowl highlights. Although the world is still buzzing about the play that sealed the deal for the Patriots with the Pats' Malcolm Butler picking Russell Wilson on the goal line, it was really impressive, the come-from-behind play of Tom Brady that won the game. Down by 10 in the fourth quarter, Brady hits Danny Amendola with close to 8 minutes left in the game, and then came back and threw another TD to Julian Edelman with only 2 minutes left. Now Wilson almost made magic happen, driving his team down the field after an amazing circus-like catch from Jermaine Kearse, but many will question Seattle's play calling of not giving the nod to beast mode from a half-yard out, and the rest is history. Patriots win it 28-24. Now that it is all in the books, it looks like we're ready to bid for another Super Bowl. In fact, the Super Bowl host committee here in Arizona said that they would like to bring it back already for the year 2020.
A sad story in the sports world. Former Cardinals defensive lineman Brian Robinson has died. Investigators in Milwaukee are now waiting on toxicology tests to determine a cause of death. Saturday, 41-year-old was found dead at a motel with drugs and alcohol inside. According to police, his death is being investigated as a sudden death, and there were no signs of trauma. Robinson was a starter for the Bird Gang during the 2008 Super Bowl run.
All right, football safety. That's been topic number one after years of research found lasting effects on the brain after concussions. In fact, yesterday, the NFL settled a $765 million lawsuit with former players over medical conditions. But now, sports are getting some help with a pioneering program called baseline testing. When 13-year-old Max Massengale takes the football field this season, he'll have an extra layer of protection against concussions.
I don't ever want sports to go away. My kids love playing sports, so I would really like to just make sure that they play it in the safest way possible.
Shelley Massengale is not only speaking as a mom,
Balance, where we're stimulating the...
but as one of the clinicians at the Banner Concussion Center, where they developed baseline testing.
We are on the cutting edge of treating concussions and really finding the best ways to make sure that our athletes are safe.
Tell me when it's 2 fingers.
Right there.
Dr. Stephen Erickson is the medical director at the center and explains one of the many difficulties with concussions is they are not easily diagnosed with one simple test. Contrary to belief, concussions don't always show up on CAT scans.
Yeah, most of the time, imaging, a CAT scan or an MRI, the brain is structurally normal, so there's nothing to see.
However, baseline testing is not a diagnostic tool, but rather a reference point for doctors when the brain is functioning normally.
CHVZ.
So if one of Massengale's sons returns concussed, they would run them through the same series of tests.
It's invaluable to have a baseline testing because then I know what their balance is like. I know how their eyes move. I know what their memory is like and their cognitive reaction time, and I can compare them to them.
And they would continue running the test to retrain the brain until it's functioning normal, which could take up to 21 days for kids.
So it just really depends on the severity of the concussion and how significantly disrupted the brain function is.
Allowing athletes to get back playing, but giving parents peace of mind their kids will not run into problems later.
We want to make sure that we get them back to their life fully recovered before they put themselves at risk again.